So, what's going on, everybody?
Hey.
We're back again. Another podcast, another week. And as always, Dave, myself, we have Chris and Harry both joining us this week. What's going on, fellas?
How y'all doing? Doing pretty good. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thanks for being with us.
Chris, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
You look like a deer caught in headlights. What's going on, buddy? You all right?
No, my pain medication's starting to set in.
I guess we should ask why you have pain medication. What's wrong?
My fucking wisdom teeth, man.
Dude, you're like 38.
36.
It explains the last 35 years.
My jaw.
So they're impacted.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Fun.
So this is hurting the side job.
Not really.
All right.
You can still take that D? Damn, dude.
Pain meds, they do a lot.
You still have to swallow it, though. No thanks.
Take it. Just take it, buddy. It's all right, man. You know when you come on here, you're going to get them. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, I know.
So what's going on, everybody?
Harry, you haven't been on in a couple of weeks. What's going on with you, man?
Well, actually, I'm pretty much in Chris's situation, only like vice versa. My pain medication is about to wear off. I had this pretty tough examination, pretty tough ordeal that I had to undergo today. I had a doc look at my bladder from the inside.
Oh,
that's fun. I had that on Tuesday.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's really, it is a lot of fun, but they knocked me up with this stuff called Dormicum. And
the what?
Dormicum. Yeah, that's Dave's like, who's come?
Doorman come.
Doorman come. It's like what happens at a club in Thailand. Dormi come and then you let me in. No, really, that's the last thing I remember too. The doctor said, "Oh well, if you have a low tolerance for pain, I can hook you up with some stuff." And it's not that I have a low tolerance for pain; I just didn't feel like feeling it. So he shot me up with this stuff, and I said, "What is this you're putting in me?" And he's like, "Oh well, that's for the pain." I'm like, "Yeah, but what's the name of it?" And he's like, "Oh, it's Dormicum." And then I came back, and he said, "Okay, we're all done." I'm like, "What? Cool.
Oh wow,
give me some of this."
That's awesome. I was awake. I have to go to a urologist like every 3 to 4 months.
Oh,
and have stuff like that done. They check kidneys for stones and just overall kidney function. And apparently my doctor's a dickhead. He doesn't offer me anything. He just goes, "You ready?" I go, "Not really." Well, oh well.
See, aren't you the guy who always endorses private Medicare? So maybe if you had socialized medicine, that kind of stuff.
I do have socialized medicine. That's why he doesn't give me the drugs. If I was if I had private healthcare, the guy would be like, "Oh my God, Mr. Reedinger, what can I do for you? Do you want me to fluff it up a bit before I put the thing in it?
What thing do you get?
To go to sleep?
Do you get the metal or do you get the rubber tube?"
It's the rubber tube.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Because
I'm so glad I've never experienced this.
Oh, it doesn't matter if it's a metal tube or if it's a fucking rubber one. It's a catheter. It sucks getting put in.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck we are right now. I don't know how the fuck we got here.
We're somewhere between Chris's mouth and my dick.
And Bob's like, "Me too."
The best part about this is Dave created a structured layout for us this week. That's gone. It only took us 2.5 minutes.
It's more of a cloud outline that I'm just trying to stay close to, but nah. Yeah. Well, fuck, you fucked it all up, Bob. I don't know where to go from here now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Just take it back, guys. Get it together. Come on.
Actually, actually, this week, I actually wanted to get into something because I was given 3 questions. People asked me some questions about from the pod.
Okay.
Basically based on some stuff we talked about, just me and you, Bobby.
Okay.
And I think there was something that we touched on when Chris was on last time as well. Because we tell some funny stories sometimes. Some people were asking, and I actually wanted to start with Harry. Harry, what is a crazy place or situation you've been involved in? The craziest? Because we all know my craziest situation, so I don't need to get into that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it all to Harry.
The craziest situation I was ever in.
Or the craziest place. It could be either or.
The craziest place. Well, the craziest. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been in situations that were that crazy to me. But then again, too, a lot of people say that I'm a lunatic. So how should I really know?
That's factual. All right. Here's the thing. Think about it, and we'll switch to Chris.
Good idea. I was going to say the same thing.
Chris?
So mine is, it falls under both. Craziest place was Beijing. Craziest situation was being at the night market, where you can find all the insects and everything. And then I had to cut the line when we got to the cow uterus that you can have fried meat.
And when he says the night market and the insects, that's really code for tube steak.
Hold on. I know for a fact that you got a Chinese prostitute once, Chris, and you're going to tell us about it.
No.
Yep, Here we go.
Oh, man. Wow.
Because no. What's interesting about it is it's totally different, correct? It's not just for a sexual escapade. Did you not tell me it's for like a whole couple days? Like she cooks for you and shit?
No, that was in Kuwait.
Oh,
the one that you're talking about.
Oh,
that one.
How many have you had? Jesus Christ.
What are your morals? What are your morals, Chris?
That one's like a flat rate where you pay and you get all the drinking and food and everything else that you want.
Wow.
But there you have to be careful, because there you could be eating dog and cat.
In China or Kuwait?
No. That was in Kuwait.
Okay. Okay. Well, what's with China? What's the difference? Was it north, south, or east, west, or?
No, it was just like normal.
Okay.
Yep.
You just bought her and then it was over with?
Pretty much. Yep.
Well, I know you have that problem where you premature ejaculate, so I imagine it can't be that. Couldn't have been that long. All right, Bobby, you're up. What's up?
Oh man. It's hard to pinpoint one, man. I live a pretty fast rock star life. At least I used to. Like,
we're waiting,
real
buddy.
Crazy.
I mean, it's crazy that you had to grow up in Ohio. That sucks. But other than that,
yeah, I don't know. I think one of the craziest things, to me, it was funny. Like, we always used to try to we had like a group of friends, and we had like, you always have like that one kind of dumb in your circle of friends. It's like, you think you can do something, but you're not really sure. So it's like, hey man, dude, you totally got this. Why don't you go do this? And then we see if he does it, then it's like, oh fuck, dude, we got this. If not, we have something awesome to laugh at. And so we've been in a lot of situations. I think one of the funniest things is one of the neighbors from one of my friends, they were involved in the narcotics unit, and their dog comes home. So we always just get like super, super stoned and just walk along the fence and be like, ah, as this dog is going ape shit, losing its mind. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Have you ever been any place besides the States or Western Europe?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such as?
Mexico, Caribbean.
I mean, it's Mexico. You know what? These days it is. I will take that answer. But you've never been to like the Middle East, right? You've never been.
No.
What, Bobby, what was it like to meet Snowden in Moscow?
Well, I'm still here in Germany, so that should tell you.
All right, Harry, we're gonna fly over to you, buddy.
Yeah, well, probably the craziest situation that I've ever been in is a recurring thing that happens year after year. I fly to the States around about Thanksgiving, and my uncle, who's black, always has this great idea of taking me to his black neighborhood barbershop and to
Nice.
parade me around like his pet white guy. It's so funny because it's like after I spent like maybe a week over there in Georgia, I forget that I don't look like my family. See, because they're all like really dark black, and I'm evidently not. So it's like when I walk into the barber shop, it always takes a couple of seconds for me to realize like the situation and how it must look for them, because they always tense up and sit up straight, like probably thinking that I'm
Look
some
at
kind of
this Uncle Tom motherfucker walking in here. He
district
got some balls.
thinking that I'm some district attorney or something. And then my uncle introduces me, and then everybody loosens up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they even call me out on it. They say, man, you know you're too white to be walking up in here.
Actually, to be honest with you, Harry, like we met years ago, and it's actually just recently found out that you were part African American. I never knew it.
Yeah, well, I found out on my last family reunion that I was part Chinese. I didn't know that shit.
Yeah.
If you notice, I renamed you, Harry. I went ahead and threw the 5% Asian in there.
Yeah,
Harry
I saw
renamed you.
mine too.
Unhappily married, always. It's always the same.
It's so funny, man. Kamala Harris has nothing on me.
It's true. I guess I would say my craziest experience is I got stabbed. So number 3.
Moving on.
Moving on. Actually, I mean, I've had some pretty cool experiences. I was in Iraq for 15 months. I ate goat brains there. That was crazy. I don't know. We used to have an armored vehicle that everybody used to beat off in, except the unit that owned it never knew until they picked it up.
Oh, gross.
I took a massive shit in the Euphrates. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I've had some fun stuff. And
But speaking about the goat brains in Iraq, is that like a redneck thing to do over there?
Actually, man, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. We had a really cool interpreter that we kind of trusted, and he brought us all kinds of stuff like a Iraqi burger, all kinds of stuff, food that we couldn't get there. All we were eating was MRE and rations, and that shit is not good for your asshole, to be honest with you.
Yep.
So they would bring us
You're
like
giving birth every 15 days.
Man, in all honesty, one of the tastiest things I've ever eaten in my life is that Iraqi flatbread. They literally do it with water, meal, salt, and they literally put it on the roof in the sun. But that bread is so fantastic when you haven't had any decent bread in months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. But, you know, like you would give them like a US dollar and they bring you like 3 liters of soda. So like,
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy, man. But you did what you had to do to get by. Like, you know, I used to eat a shitload of like easy cheese. You like have MREs, you put easy cheese in it, you're making gourmet meals out of shit. But yeah, it is what it is, man. When you got 45 guys in one area and one toilet, you know, you learn how to make stuff work. That's all I can say. That's it. It was a good time though. Wouldn't trade it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I guess I could say I've been to Asia, but you know, the Middle East guy. So, but Chris, man, you've got tons of more stories, man, about China. I remember you.
No, the other disgusting thing was the flight over the second time where they were spitting on the plane.
What?
Oh.
Oh yeah. So the first time during the Summer Olympics was when I was there. They did all these bans like no chewing bubble gum, no spitting. They pumped out all the freaking smog into the countryside where they pushed all the homeless and old people. Then when I came back, I think, was it October or November that same year, that's when everything was allowed again. And I flew from Frankfurt to Beijing on Air China. And I had the back seat. So the last seat in the freaking plane, and you can see everyone like leaning into the aisle and just spitting in the aisle. I'm thinking to myself, like, this flight needs to hurry up and land. I'm not flying back with them. We landed, and I think that they're partners with Lufthansa. And I immediately went over to their counter, gave them my credit card, like, I don't care. I'm flying with a Lufthansa plane back, and I want business class. I'm like, I'm not putting up with this anymore.
I had a friend Jay, and he told me about that same thing in Vietnam. His wife is from Vietnam, and they went back and did a tour, and all these people had bought food at this kind of roadside stand, and as they're eating the bones and stuff, they're just throwing it into the aisle. And when they arrived at the place, before they all got off, somebody came through with a broom and just brushed it out the back of the van, and that was it. Like, nobody cleaned it up; they just left it there and drove off. Like, fucking gross, man. Like, pieces of fish and everything else. Ugh. It's nasty. I'm sorry, Bobby, I cut you off. You were going to say something?
No, that's okay. I was going to ask, what did you actually do? What were you in China for? Just for the hell of it?
Like I said, my parents lived there for a year. My dad worked for Procter & Gamble.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Okay.
So the first time was for the Summer Olympics. Which was weird because I didn't actually have a visa for the Summer Olympics. I had to have an official letter written from Procter & Gamble as an invite to come visit their plant, even though I have absolutely nothing to do with Procter & Gamble. But they had so many Westerners apply for visas that they just said, okay, you know what? That's it. We've got enough. We're not letting anyone else in, which actually worked out to our advantage. You were able to get tickets to all the events for dirt cheap.
So that explains why you were also in Cincy then.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't realize your dad worked for P&G.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, my dad worked for Procter & Gamble and my mom worked for the CDC.
Oh, fucking show off. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
My parents have a perfect marriage. Ooh.
Yeah, mine too.
Hey, Chris, fuck you. All right.
My dad was there and had a steady job. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Right.
Fucker.
All right.
My dad's black and I know him.
You should play the lotto. All right. So, man, let's slide on into the next thing I want to talk about. Hey, this is going to be a little touchy for you, Chris, since you very obviously jumped the gun a lot earlier than you needed to. The next one we're going to go to, do you guys feel like, as well, this isn't for you, Bobby, and really, I guess it could be for me now, but not really.
Why not?
Harry, this is kind of for you. So you've been in a relationship.
Oh, no, I have an opinion on this.
Yeah, then you're allowed to talk. That's cool, man. Let me get the question out, man. Do you guys feel the pressure to get married, or do you think a long-term kind of boyfriend-girlfriend thing like can work these days? Like, which one do you feel? Like, do you feel a bit of pressure? And do you think the pressure comes from guys or girls when it comes to getting married?
I don't think there's a lot of pressure there. Being socialized in Europe, which is very progressive in regard to getting married, I'd say it's really a matter of it's really just a matter of demonstrating commitment. And I don't feel pressured by any side. I think it's a cool thing. It's a cool compliment if a girl tells you, well, I can totally imagine marrying you, but it doesn't put me like on a spot because I'm not the kind of guy that feels financially responsible for anybody else. So like if she can like warp it up to the point where if it does go down the shitter, I don't lose half of my stuff, then sure, why not?
You can always have that drawn up.
Yeah, but I heard that it doesn't really matter.
No, it does. If you have a signed prenup, it does.
It does?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I heard that there's
don't
ways
let
to get
anybody
around that.
That's how women get you.
Yeah.
If you do have a prenuptial agreement, it is a legal binding contract. What states is law.
women and the fucking liberal media, man. I'm telling you.
So trust me, if you're looking down that road for you, I would definitely look into that because you're in a different league than the rest of us. You know what I mean? Fucking money bags over there.
Hey, I work hard for it. I work hard for
I can land a plane. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
I can't land a plane. I can tell you where to though.
Yeah. You know what? You're a glorified parking attendant. You realize that, right?
I never
Change
looked at
the
it like
name.
that.
I love it.
That's a good thing. Glorified parking attendant is good. I always say that I sort trash on a high level.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
awesome.
Chris. Chris, you obviously jumped the gun. How do you feel about
I've been
this?
in both. I've been in both, man. You know that. So I did the long-term relationship without getting married. We all see where that got me. But now, see, my wife and I got together in 2018,
Right?
and last year we got married. As far as pressure, I think it's I think it's a mutual thing.
Yeah.
It just depends. I did not realize my mistake.
Since this is
that's
an audio,
funny.
since this is an audio podcast, since I'm the Zoom host, I got the ability to change people's names. And every time a kind of a line comes up, I kind of give somebody a new name. I haven't given Bobby one because we've been doing this podcast together too long. He deserves more respect than that. But the other two, they gotta earn it for this.
So if I don't start replying in the messages, then we know what happened after this podcast. So she's sitting right across from me.
That's all right. So, hey, is it weird to talk about your Chinese prostitutes with your wife right across from you?
No. She knows about whaling and everything, so
Okay, that's cool. So she knows you have a fetish for going after thicker chicks and paying for China girls.
that wasn't a fetish, Bobby. Whaling is a game.
Bro, if you're saying whaling like that is a game, no, it's for you. It's a way of life. We know it's cool.
It's
man.
like lottery.
I know guys like you.
Okay.
What's whaling?
Oh.
It depends. Okay, here's the thing. It depends where you're from. Some people call it whaling. Some people call it hogging.
No. So I only know it as whaling. With us, it was everyone that was going out on the weekend while I was in the Army over here would put money in. And then your whole goal was to go out, find the biggest woman that you can find. Then there comes the rules. You have to get her on the scale and you have to sleep with her.
Oh, you gotta get her on the scale too?
Yeah.
You see,
man.
Hold on. You see, here's where our rules change because the scale is that makes too much difficulty. Although you can sneak the scale, what you can't sneak is your buddy has to witness the intercourse, which is what ours was.
True.
You had to have an eyewitness. And if you were a gentleman, you gave him 10% of the bounty. That's how we play.
Yeah, because it could get up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had my buddy in the Army, Patrick. He watched me go to town on a girl named Marina, and that bitch was as big as a Marina too. So,
I should have hung out with you guys. Like we didn't have money in a pot. We just did it for fun bragging rights.
See,
no, that
yours
makes
was
us
the fetish.
certified. Yeah, but ours made us certified pieces of shit. That's what it made us. So, that's the difference, Bobby. That's a certified piece of shit if you get your buddy to come along too. And that's the first time I ever came across Asti Cinzano here in Germany. The fucking it's like a champagne. It's a champagne you could buy at a gas station. And that's how we got the big girls with it, man.
I thought you literally came across a porn star's face named Asti Zenzano.
Although that would be badass if it did, but no.
Yeah, it would be.
And the one time I did it, I'm gonna tell you guys real quick. I know we're off the beat track, but I made the rules. I'll stay to them when I want to. The weirdest thing is when you wake up the next morning after a night of wailing, and she's laying next to you. The worst part is I always went into panic. Well, the one time I don't want to make it sound like I did it multiple times, but the one time I went into panic because A, could not find rubber, B, had sticky dick, 3, didn't remember for anything. So, gentlemen, when you can't find the rubber and you got sticky dick, it's a bad night. So what I did is I gave her my buddy's name and his telephone number, and left with Pat. Caught a cab back and went back to the depot.
Wow.
Yeah. And then my buddy asked me why this person kept calling him, and he didn't know who Marina was.
Oh man.
Surprise for her, it was a black guy. So I've had my fun. Bobby, you had an opinion on this, and I'd like to hear it.
Actually, yeah. It's kind of funny. I am married, and I'm actually coming up in a couple weeks now. It will be our 13th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah. We basically essentially got married for tax and insurance purposes.
Awesome.
True love. True love.
No, I mean, no, we did, but I didn't want to get married, and she was already previously married. Didn't want anything to do with it, and neither did I. Because like Harry says, I don't want to give you half my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
No. And not only that, it's just I see what marriage does to a lot of people, man. That wasn't for me. So that's why, but we did it for tax and insurance purposes, and we've made it work. But if I were to go back, I probably wouldn't do it this. I'd probably say no.
Okay. Would you say no because in hindsight you probably would have split with her, or would you say no because you feel bound?
See, and that's where it also gets a little trickier because
Does she listen to this pod?
I don't care. She knows
Okay.
this.
All right.
The thing is the kids make us bound. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys that can just dip out, just married or not. I think I don't know, man. For me, it's a little different. I think that I wouldn't do it just because I don't think being married or not married is going to change who we are or where we're at. If that makes sense.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And do you think that like, or do you say that because it's like, well, you always have this pipe dream, right? That like this unachievable pipe dream that you can carry in front of your face like a carrot. Is it like, well, if I were alone, if I didn't have kids, then I could maybe start all over and do some other things?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. Maybe 15 years ago, yeah. But no, right now, no, absolutely not. I don't think about that kind of stuff at all. It's just, I think, I don't know. It's also kind of those things like I see like a lot of people that I know got married, divorced. Say if something happens to it, like if we never got married and say something did happen to us, kids or not, then it's easier to back out and walk away, I think. But once you're married, it's a little bit harder. And it just, I don't know, for me being a good Catholic, unlike you fucking heathens, marriage, you know what I mean? It's, you don't divorce.
Yeah.
And that's something that was always fucking pounded into me. And it's like, no, I don't want to deal with that. It's not for me, man.
That would have been my next question. Does like swearing an oath under God have any weight when it comes to your decision to stay
For
in a
me.
relationship?
Yeah.
I was waiting on you to crack.
I saw the first one. I just saw this one. That's funny. But no, and see, and that's another thing where it also gets weird. Like, I have a lot of close friends, divorced and stuff
Thanks,
like that.
Bobby.
I don't judge people for that. It's just, for me, I think it's easier. Like, why complicate it? Why, if you can go on in just being in a long-term relationship, why complicate it? Why make it harder for both sides? And not only that, for if kids are involved, then it also makes it harder for them as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Bobby. And might I say, all bullshit aside, Bobby is one of the most least judgmental people I've ever met. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like when the shit went down with me, like my man didn't judge at all. He was just like, "Hey, you fucked up. You got stabbed. Let's move on." I was like, "All right, Bob,
Yep.
sounds good. Sounds like a Friday."
Not about where you were, it's about where you're at. And that's what I focus on. I focus on what I try to anyway, what's right there at that moment and what's coming up in front of me. Fuck, whatever happened. What pissing and moaning about it ain't gonna change nothing.
And I'll co-sign you on most of everything you just said. I'm with you. I think if you're in a happy relationship and how many times have we all seen it where people have been together 11, 12 years as just a boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. They decide to take the next step, get married, a year later, they're divorced and they don't talk anymore.
Right.
I never made it that far.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think marriage is a little bit more than people. It's not just saying I do. It's literally like, every decision you make has to be a mutual decision at that point. If your boyfriend or girlfriend, even long term, it's not that level. I don't think. I think it's a little bit less than that. But once you take that step, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, it is. And that's the thing. Like, you should be courteous and ask for your partner's input on things. Or you can still be like my dumbass and just do them and then go, well, I didn't think of asking you. Dealing with that right now with this bathroom renovation. But the thing, like, I don't know. But then on the other side, I've seen people that have been married for 50 years. And it's like, yeah, I want that. But at the same time, it's like, do I really want that? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you find the perfect person who you get along with, I think it makes sense. But sometimes
then again,
people don't exist.
I
have to say I do have that now.
Hold on.
At least.
If you find the perfect person, it shouldn't matter if you're married or in a long-term relationship. That person is going to say that relationship will stay the same.
Right.
So
sorry.
I think it shouldn't matter.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, but it's not how it is.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can all keep blowing smoke up each other's asses, but it's not the same. I think when you put that ring on the finger, and it goes both ways. Guys change, and I think women change as well. I mean, a lot of times,
they definitely do. See, and that's another thing. I also think sometimes marriage ruins some great relationships because, like you said, you put the ring on it and it changes the dynamic immediately.
Yeah.
There's no, you know what I mean? It changes. So whether you want it to or not, things are going to be different. And some people have a hard time dealing with that.
What's a bigger change? This is a great topic, by the way. What's a bigger change? When you move in together or when you get married?
I think getting married.
Really?
I don't know.
Because here's the thing. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Of the person that you used to not see.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'll be flat out honest with you. I met my wife. Somehow tricked her back to my place, and she just kind of stayed. You know what I mean? It wasn't like one of those things. Like, I don't even remember ever having a conversation like, hey, should we move in together? It just kind of happened. You know what I mean? And
that's how Russians do it.
But if we weren't married, though, I could just be like, you have to shoo. You know what I mean? You got to go. But now it's married. It's like, well, fuck, now we have to get lawyers involved. We have to do this. We have to do that. And you think twice. And I think that also, a lot of people stick around just because that they don't want to go through all that hassle and that shit. So that's why there's so many broken homes and unhappy marriages, I think, is because people overcomplicate it. If they had a great thing going with a long-term relationship, why change the dynamic?
Right.
That's just how I see it.
I'm with you.
And Chris is also just talking shit because his wife's sitting across from him. So
That's true.
No,
don't
that's not
don't let him fool you, listeners.
No.
You're not
can't
dumb
hear
dumbs.
everything.
Yeah.
She can't
Yeah,
hear it
it's-
until it's uploaded. She's only hearing my response.
Well, she's gonna-
Exactly. See, you're playing it safe. Like that's why if you weren't married, if you were just in a long-term relationship, you could be like, and yeah, I said that. Fuck you. But now, oh, I'm sorry, honey. Would you like me
Oh
to?
no, it's not about that.
I-
Would
I
you like me
kinda-
to give your stinker a kiss? No, dude.
I always forget you made that mistake that you were always telling us about the last 6 months, but hey, speaking of that, hey, you little motherfucker. Speaking of that, are you gonna do a church wedding after Corona times or what?
Yeah, we're looking at it. We wanted to do it this year, but yeah, you can screw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, probably next year, so 22.
Are you sure you're comfortable with me doing this bachelor party for you? Because I'm gonna go all out. You know that already, right?
Yep.
All right.
I'll be at the
That's
bachelor
why-
party.
that's why-
I don't think
That's why I
don't
picked you for the best man, man.
I got you, buddy. Don't worry about it. We got it.
I'll be there for the bachelor party, but I don't know if I'm allowed in your church.
God damn it, Bobby.
Oh man.
And I've got one of my other buddies that I've known since Kuwait that's gonna actually, if everything fits and he's still in country, he's gonna be the one that actually weds us.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
Cool.
Is he a chaplain?
Yep.
Cool.
Wasn't back when I met him. Everyone knows, well, he knows that at least. But yeah, now he is.
So were you guys is that how you guys met? Were you sharing trannies in Beijing? I don't judge, man. Like Dave told you, I don't judge. That's cool, man. You do you, boo-boo.
No.
Gross. Hey, could you
But
imagine
talking
this
about
on-
trannies, talking about trannies, we did trick
See,
a
here we
captain.
go.
Hang on.
Oh,
So we did trick a captain into thinking that he did sleep with one though.
Oh.
yikes. Did it
We
feel
let him-
like
we let
this
him believe
or
it.
like this?
we let him believe it for like 5 months until we got back to Germany. The dude was contemplating this whole time, like, did
So what
I
did
make
you
the
do?
right choice in life?
Did you get him fucked up, and then place the tranny in his bed, or what did you do?
No. This was at that place that I was talking about earlier, the
Oh,
flat
okay.
rate. It was his first time.
Gentlemen, I have to make an announcement. We're actually at a little over an hour right now. Pods
Wait,
and I was-
really?
Wow.
Yeah. Pods and I
Wow.
was flown by. I had like 4 or 5 more things on the docket tonight, but I don't know how much longer you guys are in for. If you want to stay on, we'll do an extended one tonight. What's up?
I'm
Doesn't matter to
good.
me.
All
Make the
right,
call.
mate.
or
I did not make a mistake in Denmark, Dick. You should see the look I'm getting. Oh, shit.
Next time I see them.
Or Bobby, you had something else?
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but never mind.
So tell us about what you would do exactly for a pack of Newports, Bobby.
I'd do some sketchy shit for I don't care.
I forgot what you put in the group earlier.
Yeah, I would definitely, dude. I would do some borderline gay shit for a pack of Newports, and by borderline, I mean full blown.
Start
Let's do
licking your
this.
lips. Get
Yeah.
that chapstick out.
No chapstick. Just go at it, dude.
What the fuck?
Don't be
What
a
the-
pussy about it. Just gobble it up.
What the fuck did I do with those Newports? What the fuck?
Man, you would be the perfect candidate for the show that I want to run.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I want to get like a good sponsor, get a couple of media companies involved, and then like get 12 guys to go and live in a container. Goes on for 12 weeks. Every week you vote one guy out, a lot like Big Brother. Now, if the guys in there can successfully guess the heterosexual, they get $1 million per everybody who's still left over. If
I'd crush it.
Huh?
I'd ruin it for everybody.
Bob, are you touching, are you
But it's
touching yourself right now?
but
No,
if-
I just I ripped
He's got his shirt going
the
up and down.
no, like I broke the I've been sitting here playing with the glass protector on my old phone, and I ripped it right off. That's what I've
Nice.
been playing with.
Well, here's the thing. Hear me out. If the heterosexual guy makes it to be the last person, then he gets 12 million euros. Now, what all the audience know, what the guys in the container don't know, is they're actually all straight.
Genius.
Oh, that's like gay chicken in the army.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Bring it. I ain't scared, bitch.
Next time I see you guys, I'll offer you a mint. Little dick mints. Do it, Bobby. Do it. All right. So everybody good for another 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, why not?
Let's rock
Let's
it.
do it.
Let's rock it. So next question. Is it acceptable, since we're on the topic of marriage, is it acceptable before your buddy gets married to tell him it's a bad idea with that girl?
Yes.
100%.
It,
Is that
it's something that you should do.
Yeah, me too. I think I didn't tell you that, Chris, because I didn't feel that way. But definitely, if I would have told you. I'd have been like,
If I would have known that you guys were running off to Denmark, I would have definitely told you don't fucking do it. But
Why's
Dave
that?
wouldn't give me your number.
Chris is uncomfortable now.
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make it awkward for when she listens to it, man. She'd be like, who the fuck is Bob and why is he saying that shit?
Oh, she knows you.
I know, I'm kidding. No,
So just to
but
fill everybody in, sorry, just
Are
to
you
fill
though?
everybody in, Chris, you got married in Denmark.
Yeah,
Okay,
during Corona.
gotcha.
yeah, because his family they would have been rolling in their graves if he got married in Germany.
True.
To a blonde-haired, blue-eyed German.
Oh
Yep.
my god. Yeah, I'm guessing that's got to be pretty rough. I have a gay colleague that got married in Germany, that got married in Denmark over the same reasons, because they'll wed anybody.
True.
Yep.
Jews, Muslims, girls, they don't care.
Yep. But they do
Yeah,
care
no.
about your visa, though. We had people in front of us that there was some shady shit going on. The dude had been in Germany for like a year and a half, I think, and his visa was only good for that 90 days. They're like, oh well. The customs agents, they must have made a mistake. The German regulation, they must have made a mistake. They forgot to put a stamp in his passport. And my fiance at the time and I are standing there looking at each other like, no, the Germans did not make a mistake about that.
Actually, you know what? There are sometimes that what the hell is the name of that? It's basically like the
Foreskin?
no, also known as
Immigration office.
yes. There are times because here as American citizens, we have to renew that our permanent residency every 10 years as our passport
When your
expires.
passport expires, yeah.
When we renew our passport, we have to renew it. And the last time I had to renew mine was 3 years ago. And
I'm sorry, Bob. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, dude. I'm sorry.
but it took them a little over 7 months in order for them to give me my new card. It was crazy.
Wow.
Why?
Just how because all the millions of refugees that they've let in, they're busy doing that kind of shit.
Wow, it took us over 60 minutes to unveil casually racist Bob.
No, that's not me being casually racist. That's
Why don't
me
you just
spitting facts.
Why don't you just start calling him boy again?
Be like that.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Yeah. I forgot where the hell we were.
I think
you were about to go on a rant about immigration.
All right.
No, we were talking about actually. Dave asked the question if it's okay to tell your buddy if they shouldn't get married. Right. I think if you're a true friend, that is your absolute job. That is your duty to say, hey, man, I don't want to be a dick, but you need to think this through and explain legit reasons why.
Right.
Bobby, I'm glad you said that because now I'm going to slide right into my rant for the week.
Okay.
Rant for the week is friends who aren't really friends.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I am a loyal ass friend. If you've been to my house, if we've broken bread together, if we've had drinks together, I consider you a friend. I don't really waste my time on people I don't like. I don't see any value in it, and it's stupid. One of the biggest things you could do as a friend is be completely fucking honest. I really don't like people who say one thing to your face and are totally different, behind your back or vice versa. It gets on my fucking nerves. I mean, really, like totally. So, for instance, I have friends who I tell them they need to get their fucking life together. Sometimes they don't like to hear it and they don't talk to me for days on end. But eventually they come around and say, hey, maybe Dave means something positive by it. Chris, when you told me about you were getting married, what did I say? I said, congratulations, because I mean it. If I didn't want you to get married, I'd have been like, hey, dude, I think it's a bad idea. Maybe you should take your time. But I didn't. I've also had friends who have told me things about myself that I didn't like based on my situation. Like, hey, Dave, you did some fucked up shit, I didn't turn around, run away, and be like, hey, man, you're not my fucking friend. How are you not completely on my side at all times? I think a true friend is going to tell you, hey, man, you're fucking up here. Harry, you were over at my house a couple weeks ago. We had some pretty fucking good conversations about that situation. Told me shit about yourself I didn't know. I gave you my opinion. We vice versa, and you gave me yours. I mean, that's just how it's supposed to fucking work.
Yep.
The reason I'm on a rant about this is because I recently had a friend get upset at me for a couple weeks because things didn't exactly go the way that he wanted them to. I don't need to say this friend's name, but it's a pretty decent friend of mine. But we talked about it, worked shit out. The point is, be a fucking man, realize when you need to get your shit together. Don't make excuses every 25 seconds because that's never going to get you anywhere. And move the fuck on. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
You guys got any different opinions? I'd love to hear them, but I'm pretty sure.
No, not at all.
No,
I think and that's the thing,
you.
man. Like, I grew up with my circle of friends. We were able to not only laugh with each other, we were able to laugh at each other.
Boom.
It makes a difference. But we were also able to have open conversations. Be like, if you see somebody totally fucking up, be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And you could have real conversations and nobody's going to get butt hurt.
Right.
To me, that's what friendship is. If you're concerned about somebody getting, if you have something to say to a friend and you're concerned about them getting butt hurt, guess what? They're not a friend. They're an acquaintance. They're an acquaintance that you really like hanging out with, but they're not a true friend. And that right there is how you should be able to draw your lines and move forward.
Right.
I'm with you.
I'll even raise it because for the first time, this is like the first time that I'm in this situation. I have that kind of situation in my relationship, and exactly that thing that you said, allowing people to laugh at you. I realized this like a couple of months ago. Like she wholeheartedly laughed at me, and I fucked up bad, and I did not get offended. And I'm like, okay, I am enjoying the fact that she's getting this enjoyment out of the situation, and I walk away with the lesson. So yeah, I 100% agree. You need more of that in your life, and not walking on
Absolutely.
eggshells.
Absolutely, I'm with you. So, let's move on to the next thing. Bob, I'm going to put you on the spot. Give everybody a little bit of advice for the week.
Just do it, man. Have fun.
Give me a
Do
pearl of
it.
wisdom.
If you want to do it, fuck it. Do it. Have fun. That's my advice.
Well, that was right to the fucking point.
I don't know, man. Like right now, there's not a whole lot of advice I can give. Other
No.
because we're all fucking stuck. It doesn't matter. we're fucking stuck. Like, and that's another thing. Like right now, if you're married, you're not. If you want to get away, you're fucked. Have fun. You can't
No.
do it. You cannot do it. And it's really starting to take its toll on a lot of people. People have been cooped up. We have a friend that has not left their house since I think March or April.
Oh my God! Somebody killed him out
Jesus.
of mercy.
And
Yeah.
it's definitely starting to take its toll. You notice it when you have conversations with this person. It's like, bro, you need to fucking go for a walk or do something. I don't know what to tell you. And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My advice is if there's something you want to do, you want to change right now, is you just got to make the best of what you have. Dave, he told me the other day, hey man, I'm struggling a little bit. I can't get my head clear.
No.
I said, man, wake up, put your kid in the stroller, go for a walk, or just you go for a walk, man. 5 minutes. Getting outside your four walls and seeing other people's walls are going to fucking open up your mind again. And it's going to do you and your mental state wonders.
Even though it was shit weather, I actually did enjoy it. I got up and went for a little
Yeah.
walk, a little stroll, and it was just fine.
There was I think it was right around Christmas time. I called Dave on FaceTime. I was walking with my dog in the woods, and he was just kind of looking at me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was in between meetings, and I saw Bob call me. I saw his face on there. I'm like, what the fuck? He's out there with just him and his dog, man. I was like, where the fuck are you in the woods? Yeah,
We do
man.
it all the time, man. We do it all the time. And that's honestly, it helps me stay sane, and it helps me keep my sanity. Like for those people, any of you listeners out there, if you're stuck in home office, you feel yourself getting into a rut, dude, 10, 15 minutes outside of your house walking around is going to fucking do you wonders, because it will give other perspective. You won't just be focusing on your inside four walls closing in. You'll see everything else around you, and it's going to help you be more creative. It's going to open you up. It's going to make you happy, even if it's shit weather.
Yeah.
And that in turn, when you go back home, that increases the quality of your home life as well.
No, yeah,
I think
but
it's something everybody has to do it.
I think it also clears out the cobwebs, like you said, but it also gives you a little bit more patience. I mean, everybody is around each other all the time.
Yeah.
Wherever you have in your house, you're like, fuck, if I see you one more day, I swear to God, it's going to be an accident.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's like you think you're living with your best friend until you're stuck with them for months on end. Fuck that.
it
Like-
was nice. It was really nice when Harry came over the other day and we had Harry, how long were you here for? 4 hours, buddy? That fucking
Yeah,
flew
roundabout.
by, man. Yeah, we had some fucking great conversation, had some drinks,
Nice.
had some water. Harry had to drive, but it was refreshing to have a face-to-face conversation instead over this fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I think we're going to be biting the bullet till the middle of February, and then we'll see what happens. But
It's
stay
gonna
cool.
get extend. It's gonna extend.
I think
Yeah,
so.
they were already talking about 10 more weeks.
Yep.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Just like
talk.
school.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be in February when you saw the groundhog came out and saw its shadow, it meant 6 more weeks of winter. Well, now if we see the fucking Bouffier come up on TV, we know it's another 6 more weeks of this bullshit. Motherfucker, man.
So is this stuff with at least in the States, because I haven't really looked into it, but I've seen all the memes and shit about Fosse talking about doubling up and tripling up your mask.
He's legit about it. I swear, it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. When I heard him say that, I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know. Talking
Then
about
it kind of makes sense that he was like really close with Trump then, because he's just speaking nonsense at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, now it's all the puzzle finally fits together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for the next segment, I want to slide to Harry. Let's go to Harry's Hangout. What do you got, Harry?
Harry's Hangout actually ties in very well to what Bobby just said, getting outside of your four walls. The Hangout segment is about like crazy places I think you really need to hang out. And one place that I think we really need to hang out, coincidentally, I saw your message as I was watching this, is the Manor Motel in Aurora, Colorado. Yeah, it's featured on, you should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's featured on the 2017 documentary Voyeur. And it's about this one guy who, like early on in his life, he's about 7 years old. He found out that he got off, even as a kid, at watching people without them knowing that he's watching them. So he bought a motel and rebuilt the whole thing with like secret pathways and everything and fake vents. So he could like watch people like doing motel things. And that thing ran for about 30 years. And yeah.
It sounds like you're trying to trick me into a weird gay chicken thing.
There was a weird gay sheep thing featured in that documentary, actually.
What?
Because what happened was, he heard
I can't wait.
He heard sheep noises come out of one of his rooms, so he crawled in one of his vents, what he usually did, and he saw two guys that he saw check in separately in the same room. One of them had donned a sheep costume, and he was getting fucked in the ass by the other guy while making sheep noises. And the motel,
you changed your name at the perfect time for that, Dave. Thank you. Yeah,
so
man, that's cool.
Definitely Harry's Hangout for the week.
That's cool, man. Chris, I didn't have a separate segment for you, but if you want to invite us all into Chris's cabin, I'll be happy to come along.
Yeah, I don't have anything right now. Just be more like Reddit and GameStop.
Yo. That is one of the best things ever.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah, it is. I think it's really, really, really poetic that the rich and wealthy are getting upset because they're getting played now. I find
The funny thing is, one of my buddies, he has his own podcast, and they have it monetized, and I think they've made like $3-4, whatever, not a whole lot. And he said, as a joke, this was weeks before any of this happened. It's like when GameStop was actually crashing. And at its lowest, he's like, as a joke, he's like, hey, let's invest all our money in GameStop. And then all this shit happens. It's like, motherfucker.
Dude, they're saying 8,000% in 6 months.
Yeah,
that is.
That's insane.
Oh, man.
So now they can give you a whole 30 cents per game then.
Yeah. Has anybody ever taken their stuff there before?
No.
When I was little.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I did. When times were tough. You needed gas for the Cadillac and smokes.
Well, I'm sure you had enough Newports.
I definitely did.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we have hit the 1 hour and 25-minute mark. That's all the topics we had for this week. So I guess we'll go into closeouts and goodbyes. Anything to close out with? Start with Bobby.
I really don't have anything to close out with. The only thing I do want to say is I don't know. It's the same thing I say every fucking podcast. I don't know how to change it up or how to get it better across.
I love hearing it, though.
yeah, you guys need to fucking share this. We enjoy doing this. It's fun. Yeah, we mainly do it for us. If there's only like 3 people that we know listen to it, cool. We're having a blast.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. There are actually quite a bit of people listening to it. I just want to make it a little more of a broader range and increase the bandwidth on it. So if you guys could please share, like, subscribe. I'm trying to get more into the video stuff, especially now that we're doing this.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot to it. Because if you guys are watching, you can see the name changes, and that's it's a lot
Part of the
insight.
fun.
Right,
It's
but
part of
that's
the
another
fun.
thing. Like, I'm also I really like the whole video idea. So even save Corona's over with, I really want to stick with the video idea.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm looking at some actual video switchers and quite a few GoPros.
I actually spent some money this week for the pod. I reordered the Zoom to pay for the Zoom this week, and I also got myself a microphone. So
Nice.
yeah, because right now the sound's going through my camera, and I want to switch that up. I want to have a little bit little tighter.
Well, definitely,
sound.
yeah. I mean, if you hear how I sound and you hear how
Yeah.
Harry sounds, that
Yeah.
it changes the quality dramatically.
Absolutely. Chris is not going to be allowed to get a microphone. His new wife will not let him. We know this already. So we may have to do a GoFundMe for Chris. Look at him looking around. It's like you're going to get hit with a fucking pot.
No, she was just asking who Harry is.
Yeah. I think it's not going to be too long and you're going to hit the back of the head with a pot. Like,
I was expecting that earlier. She wants to go make me another Jack and Coke.
yeah.
I was expecting just to see a knife come into the side of the camera.
Wow,
Just-
too soon, bro. Too soon.
just from experience, if you tell her, "Hey, bitch, go get me a Coke," it works better. Give it a shot.
Right.
You'll love it, man.
But would it really get hurt if you would have gotten clocked with a pot with that yarmulke?
Oh, not wearing it tonight. Shame on you.
Yeah, dude, you're going into the Sabbath. What the fuck?
My family can definitely not watch this.
I'm sending them all links.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I don't got anything else either. Harry, Chris. you
Oh,
guys
I
got
don't
anything
either.
this week?
Man,
No,
you
not
said it
really.
pretty well. You wrapped it up.
Yeah. We want to thank you guys for making the time for being on as usual. Harry, it's
Appreciate
nice
it.
to see you again. Chris, you're
Appreciate
always
Stopping by,
welcome.
guys.
Want to thank everybody who's watching when this is uploaded to YouTube and who's listening on a normal pod. Like you heard Chris say, hit us all up on our Twitters and the Instas and all the other good shit. And send us questions. I got a
Don't
couple
hit me
questions
up
this
on
week.
Twitter. I don't remember the last time I was on Twitter. So hit me
Hit
up on
Twitter.
Facebook, Instagram is the best place.
Grinder.
I got the fucking beer burps, dude. I've been boozing for a solid 7 hours.
See, that's what marriage does to a perfectly normal human being.
Yeah. No, that's also like Friday's my short day as it is, and I left early anyway. And just I came home, just started I cracked beers and started tearing through the bathroom.
How's that coming
So-
along, Bob?
Huh?
How's that coming along?
Really good. Really good. I should have all the electric and done this weekend. Hopefully the plumbing next week, and I can re-pour the concrete for the floor and then put up drywall and start tiling it out.
Man, really can't wait to take a dump at your place, man.
You don't go in that one. But yeah.
Oh, fuck. Gentlemen, I'm going to spend another 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I know we want to close out, but I have to talk on this.
Okay.
All right, so much for the goodbyes.
Yeah, hold on. Because Harry saying I want to take a shit at Bob's house just kind of rewound my memory. Are we or are we not going to put together the field day?
Definitely.
The what?
'cause the field day.
Yeah. You're talking about the Redneck Olympics.
Yes, the Redneck
Yes, I am
Olympics.
down.
Yes.
I have talked to Kim And Kim said if he's feeling better, he may be able to make it.
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
know where you're going.
Hold on. So if we're gonna be here at my house doing the Redneck Olympics as it is, we're gonna do the hot sauce tequila shots
Yeah. Yeah.
in between games.
Of course.
Oh fuck.
So
Dude.
see if you have to like throw like we're gonna have long darts, right? Before you do long darts, boom, boom, 2 shots of tequila and hot sauce, and then you do your long darts. You want to play beer pong? Guess what, fucker? You're gonna do 2 shots of that shit before you play a game. Get us all sloppy fucked.
We already said the ground rules, Bobby. You have to be above 1.0 promille. So you have to be pretty well toasted before this even gets going.
Yeah,
Right.
if you start doing the shots of hot sauce in between, dude, it's gonna be over real quick.
Dude,
Yeah.
could you imagine being so drunk that you're throwing up and that's shooting through your nose too? Oh,
What I plan on investing, and I plan on like implementing a rule change here, because like we have a couple of big guys, especially if Kim joins along. Then there's Dave. I want to buy a breathalyzer off of Amazon for like
Yes.
25.
yes. Well, I'll kick in.
And if a shot is like too dead on, then you get the right to challenge it, and the play is under review until the person like tests positive on the breathalyzer. It has to be above 1, and if you somehow manage to nail it at 1 plus X, then it's good, and you only have like 1 challenge or something.
That's gonna be crazy. Actually, you know what? Apparently, I'm one of those guys that progressively gets better the drunker they are. I bowled a 298. I don't know. They could all be lying to me. If it wasn't for pictures and shit like that, I would have never believed it. I was black out drunk, needed to be carried out.
The fuck?
So nobody at home can see
Nice
this,
khakis.
but I'm gonna talk through this.
I was trying to figure that out too.
I was
Hey,
like,
hey,
why
hey,
are you
no
showing us
joke.
khakis, bro?
No joke. No joke. Fuck Amazon. I literally was looking for work pants. And as I'm looking at different sites, these fucking ads start showing up. All right, Chris, I'm going to figure something out real quick and I'm going to talk through it for those listening. Chris, how many kilos do you weigh?
68.
Dave.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I was 11 years old.
Bro, Chris,
Dude, I gotta keep up with my heritage.
Chris, I could so fuck you if I wanted to. Chris, I could so fuck you if I wanted to. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I can outrun you.
I'm a fast, chubby dude, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, but I know Dave's not with his knees.
Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, I just want to do this real quick just for a calculate. Here we go. So okay, Chris, it shouldn't take you that long to get to 1.0. You just need 1 big shot and 2 beers. That's it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
So
Here's
or-
the thing. What if we're doing shots of the moonshine that's at 80%, 80 some percent?
see that you
We'd be
can't.
blind by about 7 p.m.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but I don't believe that, Dave, because it was saying 0.33
Yeah, I changed it.
beers and not half liters.
No, I changed it to half liters. If you look at drink number 2, changed
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. And then I added a shot at the end. So that's just basic.
You gotta put the weight. No, you have to put the weight back in, Dick.
All right, 68. My balls weigh 68. All right, so
Yeah.
all right, so then we recalculated. So it's only 1 beer, and now you're at 0.92. So you'd have to have another one. Harry, I think the actual buying a breathalyzer is a great idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right,
How expensive are they?
25 year
About 25, 26.
Fucking A, dude. Let's do it.
Hey, what do you weigh, Bobby? I just wanted for this calculations.
Me?
Yeah,
92.
92. Okay.
Fuck, fat ass.
So 0.68. So it would take more for you. Harry, where you at?
Right now 81.
81. All right. So yeah, see, 78. So here's the Here's the kicker. Dave weighed himself this morning. 147.
Oh.
0.43.
Nice.
So that's
So
the difference.
Dave's gonna be drinking for days before he can even start to play.
Chris is going to be blacked out.
Guys, I literally
Harry's going to be kind of drunk. I'm going to be slightly buzzed, and Dave's going to be calling us pussies. Cool. All right, let's do this.
Dave needs to come in hot.
So for me to get to 1.0 for those listening, I need to have 6 shots, 6 4CL shots, and 1 bottle of beer, and then top it off with another shot. So 7 shots. So
But here's the thing, though,
Christ,
dude.
man.
I think,
I
but
don't-
that's also like you also have to think about what percentage of the booze you're doing. I think if we do the shit that I make, you get there a lot
Yeah.
quicker,
I
a
agree with you,
lot
Bobby.
quicker.
I agree with you.
Plus, we all
It
have
just
to eat
depends if you want to
beforehand,
black
otherwise
out
it's
after
gonna be a
40
quick
minutes
night.
or 4
Right, I hear you,
hours.
Chris. Yeah.
What?
I said we definitely have to eat beforehand, otherwise it's going to be a quick night. If we're
No,
going on
dude,
empty stomachs,
we're gonna
we're
be
jacked.
we're gonna be attempting to cook out, and it will be fun. Do it all here.
Gentlemen, if you look at the screen, shared it again. Just found a breathalyzer. Harry was dead on. It's 27 euros.
Mhm.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Yeah. So, yep. So we're gonna do
Well,
it.
you have to look. You have to look also at how many people we have, and you have to have the little tips.
Yeah, it comes with
You fucking pussy. We're gonna be so drunk, our breaths are gonna be fucking sterile as it is.
No,
You
no, that's not
bitch.
what I'm saying. I'm saying
That is
otherwise.
exactly what you're saying, you pussy.
No, that's not.
Like
we
I've
gotta go
never
for the
open mouth
accuracy.
kissed Dave before, dude.
Oh, I have no problem with that. It's Dave.
I got nice teeth. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, what Chris is saying is you don't want somebody else's alcoholic breath bothering your test. You know, we want to make
Yeah,
sure.
because I've seen this.
Dead on.
The MPs were lazy one night, and they were actually like seeing if hand sanitizer would mess up the test at all. And they put the hand sanitizer in there, and then a car came, and they're like, "Oh fuck, do we have other tips? This is we can't do this anymore. We can't
Oh.
do this test."
Yikes! Yikes!
Okay, I see what you mean then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
gentlemen.
not.
Well,
I'm not worried. We're all buddies. Like I have no problem
Yeah.
doing that. That's not an issue. But we want the accuracy for this test.
Right.
68 kilos, dude. I could have my way with you. Oh my god!
You couldn't have your way with Conor McGregor, and he weighs 68.
Did you see him
It'd
get
be
knocked
fun
out?
though.
Did you
It'd
see
be
him get
fun.
Knocked out. Maybe I could. All right, gentlemen.
Cool.
Let's wrap this up. We're at hour 40.
Let's
So,
go.
All right.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Have a good week.
Yep.
Have a great week. Check
Peace.
in next week. And thanks for stopping by. Bye.